All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy day. Welcome, welcome again to Leveraging Leads, y'all. Welcome. It's Winning Wednesday. I know y'all winning because y'all here. You woke up this morning. You've got everything you need to succeed. Lord, I should close the door. We thank you so much for being here with us today from wherever you are joining us from. This is a safe space of support and enhancement to get leads, which are collaborators, referral partners, clients, customers, and even friends. Check out the pinned or ticking link to get on the email list, and an email will provide a database of new leads and strategies to be more visible. Now, get ready to take action. We take action in this meeting, honey, and by creating your powerful introduction. And it don't take a long time to do amazing things. We only meet for 30 minutes and we have a jam packed agenda. So let's get into it. Welcome again. It's Winning Wednesday. If you are new here, my name is Tara Payne. I am your hostess for today and every Wednesday. And I'm happy to be here with my co host and co founder and business bestie, Erica Kessie. All right, let's get into it. We have an agenda, y'all. The first item on our agenda is gratitude. So as you come in on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are tuning in from, please share with us what you're grateful for. Some of you will also be able to share audibly on other platforms. And so I'm looking forward to hearing that. The next item would be ingredients of a powerful introduction. I love it. Come on. Yes. Thank you. And then followed by a leveraging leads lesson. And then we'll have the audience who have given us. Now you have to submit your golden ticket. What is the golden ticket, you ask? I'm glad you asked me that. It is your gratitude. So tell us what you are grateful for, and that will allow you, if you so desire, to get on stage and give us your powerful introduction at the end. All right. We do this because daily reiteration and declaration of who you are is vital to building confidence and calling forth your desires. Thank you again for joining us. Or if you're listening on the replay, hey, replay. All right, let's get into our gratitude. Erica, what are you grateful for today?
Oh, my goodness. I'm grateful for my planner. I'm grateful for tea. I'm grateful for my daughter. I'm grateful for deep conversations about everything and then some. I'm grateful for my social support system, which includes Tara, Keisha, Eternity, Chris. And there was a time in my life that I did not feel as if I had a social support system, and I'm so happy that I'm here. And I think it all derived from me losing a child. And so I know that Tara's going to be talking about that today. So and so that was a wake-up call for me to have people around me who really can hold space, really can support me in the most vital ways. And so, yes, I am grateful today.
Yay. Thank you for sharing that. Because I was waiting, right? I was like, maybe she don't want no sound effects for herself. Thank you so much for sharing that. Listen, I'm grateful to hear your gratitude. That just warm my heart because to go from not feeling like you have a social support system to then having one, that is amazing. And for my name to be on the list, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. So that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, ma'am. You on the list. You on the list.
You know what? It's something, and I was thinking about this yesterday. In order to do that, whenever we feel like we are not supported, sometimes we can have a tendency to go insular, right? And then we have to be vulnerable enough to allow ourselves to be supported again. So if there's somebody out there who maybe feels like they didn't have a support system, maybe you're like, well, I don't really like women like that, or people hurt me. Be vulnerable again and allow yourself to be supported because there is a support system out there for you. So thank you for bringing that up. All right.
Yes.
So the next thing we will do, we'll have ingredients of a powerful introduction. If you have never heard of a powerful introduction, you're in the right place because we're about to break down every ingredient for the powerful introduction. So if you were here when I opened up, then I said to get your pen or pencil and paper, and then you can take notes. This is what that is for. So the first ingredient of a powerful introduction. Oh, a powerful introduction is your name and who are you? Who are you? Like really think about who you are, right? Not just what do you do, because that is not the first ingredient. That's the second ingredient. So your name and who are you? That's going to be your hook. Now we go to the second ingredient, which is what do you do? Make sure to include any title or credentials or any experience that lends itself to your credibility. Like I noticed when Erica does her powerful introduction, she talks about her roots as, a administrative professional who had no support and who had no respect, right? And who wanted to create that environment. So that tells people why they should listen to her and that she's not just somebody else who created a business for administrative support professional. She's been in this thing, right? So next is who do you serve? That's going to be your target market. After that, the fourth ingredient is why do you serve them? What are their pain points? The next ingredient is how do you serve them? What is the solution that you bring to the marketplace? After that, we want to know what makes you uniquely purposed to serve them. Now, this ingredient is called the UVP or unique value proposition. You may have also heard it be called your market dominating position. That is what makes you uniquely purposed to serve the target audience that you have. The seventh ingredient is who do you want to meet in the interaction where you are? What's your client avatar? After that, last ingredient is, and then how can they connect with you? Is it your website? Do you have a freebie that they can sign up for? Is it your email list? That's very important. So those are all of the ingredients for a powerful introduction. And now you're going to get to have hear examples of them. Wait, let me give you the Giddy framework first. Shall almost went past it. The Giddy framework is something that was downloaded to me very early in leveraging leads about how you can move about, in life and in any space where you are, so that the people that you're looking to meet will want to meet you as well, right? Giddy is spelled Giddy. Now, this is not about manipulation. This is about authenticity, right? You want to be giddy. That's the first letter. Be excited, like not somebody else's version of giddy, be your version of giddy, right? What is excited for you? Be that, because this is something that you love doing, right? That's the first letter in the Giddy framework. The I, be intentional. Do everything that you do with purpose, right? Move with purpose. The next letter is D. So daily. The next letter after that is declaration. So we do different intentional actions depending on what it is that you're trying to accomplish every single day. And the second D is speak with confidence. It's declaration, right? And the last letter is Y. Show up as yourself. That's it. That's the cheat code. Show up as you. Because that's where the magic is, and everybody else is taken anyway. So you may as well show up as yourself. All right. So those are the ingredients to a powerful introduction in the Giddy framework. So as you're building your powerful introduction, you can think about those. If for some reason I went too fast for you, it's all right. Just press pause if you're on the replay and go back. If you're here with us live, you can go back. This will be replayed. If you're on LinkedIn, you can just go back to the link where we had this. But right now we're going to have examples of powerful introductions so you can hear what one can sound like. Erica.
Yes, I am Erica Kessie. I am the son of the Thriveverse, powered by love, wisdom, and celebration. I am the multifaceted leader and creator. I am a multifaceted universal mother. I listen, teach, lift, and bring clarity for activation and execution. I am so pleased to share that I am the CEO and therapist of Your Goal Concierge. We have a plethora of options that benefit leaders, and it all begins with commanding your thriving. I would like to meet mom energy leaders who are fixers, helpers, who may be neglecting themselves, experiencing imposter syndrome, or burnout, to meet with me to discuss your right fit solutions. And I would love to work with you to get yourself a Thrive plan before we end that time, because I want you to walk away lifted and also with a solution. Go to yourgoalconcierge.com, yourgoalconcierge.com to spend time with me.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Erica, for that powerful introduction. Okay. So
Yes.
I don't know. I keep saying it like that. It's funny. I cracked myself up. Okay. So I am your host again. I'm Tara Payne, the singing CEO. I am a giddy innovator. I'm a skilled and charismatic connector, a beam of light, and a breath of fresh air, singing and dancing and writing my way through this beautiful life. I am the author of When Hope Speaks, which is a memoir about my journey to motherhood. Listen, I have, if anybody else out there, any other professional women, any CEOs have had in their personal journey infertility. I had a 7-year infertility journey that also included, as Erica mentioned earlier, child loss. I had 4 miscarriages, but listen, the great thing about all of the pain and that I endured is that I was able to write about it. And also, we became parents on the 8th year. So we do have a daughter. But my thing is that there are many of you, professional women, who are there in the marketplace and in the workplace, trying just to hustle backwards and just, make it through the things you're going through personally. If your story contains infertility, recurrent miscarriage, and you are looking for someone to talk to and a community to join, community coming is pending. But I'd love for you to reach out to me because you are not alone. And my goal in life as the mother of hope is to make sure that I bring hope into every space that I enter. And I do that by sharing my voice and my story. You too have a story, and I'd love to connect with you. You can connect with me on LinkedIn at Tara Payne. You could also connect with me on Instagram at the Mother of Hope. I would love to chat with you today because there is always hope. I'm complete. Oh, Erica, you okay? Okay, well, Erica, I don't know if she had to step away, but yes. So now the next thing that we will have is we will have well, we had examples of a powerful introduction. Now we're going to have our leveraging leads lesson, and I'm excited about this lesson today because this lesson is, it may not be sometimes I think that I have been guilty of trying to find something that's going to be like very profound, right? Something new, something that people have never heard. This may be profound, but it ain't.
Sorry, Tara.
Oh, it's okay.
Here I am.
Oh. Thank you, ma'am.
That is for your powerful introduction.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Erica. So we have transitioned to the leveraging leads lesson. And I was just mentioning that sometimes I have been guilty of trying to find something new, something profound, something, really wise or, sage. Now, not that the stuff that comes out of my mouth isn't already, but just, thriving to find something that I've never talked about. And today, this is going to be something that you possibly have heard before, but I believe it still stands to be restated because today what we're going to talk about is relationships. Yep, relationships. Did you know that business is about relationships? Erica just talked about her support system, right? She's surrounding herself with people who support who she is and where she's going. And that's something that I want to pause and talk to us about today and talk about today is relationships. How are your relationships? Maybe you've been in business for 6 months, maybe 6 years, maybe it is 39 years. But I want you to realize that, it's not all about a sale, right? We have gotten into, well, maybe you didn't, but most of us, some of us have gotten into business because we wanted to help someone through something that we experienced or we saw a better way to do something. And perhaps you have an amazing sales process, and that is great. That's definitely needed. But also, I think sometimes people, whenever they're networking, go right to what they do because they don't realize that it's not about the sale, it's about the relationship. And from the relationship will come a sale should you have a match, right? Should the person who you're talking to resonate with what you're saying. But I think too often we rush past the relationship part and building a relationship, really understanding what it is that our audience needs, right? What they want and what they would benefit from. And so today, let's talk about that. Any relationship is going to start with the relationship you have with yourself, right? How is your relationship with yourself? I mean, you might be 50, 60 listening to this and think, child, I'm a grown woman. I'm a grown man. But no, seriously, talking to you too. How is your relationship with yourself? Because we are human and we have all endured things as children that, maybe if we had the choice, we wouldn't have. And believe it or not, that impacts and affects the way that you show up in the marketplace. It impacts the way that you show up in life. And there's a way, it's good, it's necessary for us to talk about it. If you are, in fact, a person who doesn't really have a big support system, or you feel like, I roll solo, I do this on my own, I want you to reconsider that. I'm not saying you got to let everybody in your business, but there has to be at least one person who is in your circle, who is able to truly speak to you, and that you're able to show your full self to, right? So let me give you an example. I remember, I think it was Mother's Day. Nope, we're getting ready to plan for my mom's 75th birthday, which just happened in November. And I had my family and friends coming over because we were having a planning meeting. Now, my husband and I just bought our house in January. And so, the house is not all set up the way I would like for it to be. But we have a table. We don't have a table, right? And we had a television that had like a strip at the bottom of the television that for some reason is glitched and we couldn't see it. But we had gotten used to watching the TV that way and just ignoring it. Now, I'm not going to say it didn't bother me, but we just ignored it. But I was very conscious about that when people were coming over, because I was like, they're going to see, we can't turn the TV on because they're going to see that the TV is jacked up. Actually, my daughter's friend, my little goddaughter, said something when she came over, like, what's wrong with your TV? Right? Same thing. When I had something wrong with my car, it would make my door make a sound. And she'd be like, what is that noise? But sometimes in life, without relationships, without true relationships, it's like having a house or a glitch on your television and just kind of overlooking it because it's just you and your family, right? Or just you, or having that noise in your car and you're like, I'll deal with it later. When you open yourself up to really truly be seen, then that means you invite people in and you're vulnerable. Again, I'm not saying invite the entire world because everybody can be in your inner circle, hear me. But there's got to be somebody that you allow in that can say, oh, you know what? I noticed that when you get a sale or when somebody calls you, you have a tendency to procrastinate. Can we talk about that? Now, I'm not trying to say make your friends your therapist. I'm blessed to have many friends that are therapists, but maybe you should start with that. Maybe get a therapist. Because I guarantee you there may be something that you're doing in your life that you just do that way that may not be the most efficient or the most empowering way for you to do that. And when you go to the marketplace, guess what? It's showing. When you talk to people, it shows. The way you do whatever you do with your family, it shows. And why don't we always say every time a new year comes around, this is going to be the best year yet. Why don't we make sure that this is the best year yet by pausing and checking our relationship with ourselves, checking our relationships, starting with our relationship with ourselves. It's important, y'all, because there's so much going on in the world right now that relationships are going to be what sustain us. We truly need other people who are people first. Hello, can we just, number one, value the fact that each one of us is a human and has a life? Can we do that? That's the first thing. Because if you are somebody who does not value people, you cannot be in my circle ever. Because I truly believe that people are the most valuable thing that we have on this earth, the most valuable resource, and we have to take care of one another better, starting with ourselves. So today, during our Leveraging Leads lesson, I simply wanted to submit to you, could you pause? And this is something you can do in your car right now where you are. Maybe you're in your office, you have some quiet time. Perhaps you are waiting in the line to pick up your kids from school or waiting in the line to drop them off. Well, you just reflect inwardly because nobody's going to know this outwardly. Now, we can kind of tell by the way, like I said, you move and by some of the things that you say, that we say, because I'm not excluding myself from that. Just reflect inwardly. Is there something that you could perhaps get support with, right? Maybe there's something that you do or that you feel, or something that triggers you whenever you are dealing with other people that you have just kind of like, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with people. No, boo, I need you. That's a trigger for you. That's an indication for you that there's something awry, something that wants to be better in you. And everything that you do, once you move toward, making that more empowering and healing that thing, healing you, then everything else that you do, your business, your relationships, your marriage, your relationship with your children, your relationship with your employees will improve. Now you might think, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, you might think it's not affecting my business. Oh no, it is, because that's where we get toxic work environments. Hello, Eric and I have a whole series on toxic workplace stories. And it's because we need to fix and look at the relationship that we have with ourselves. And so that is the Leveraging Leads lesson for today. Today and this month, as we go forward in business, can we pause and look at relationships first, starting with the relationship that we have with ourselves? Because there is something that can, be improved, something that we can look at. Let's celebrate the fact that we made it to today, but then let's look deeper and see, is there anything else that I should address? And that's my Leveraging Leads lesson, Erica.
Wow. Okay, so the work that I do, the work that this is about is, thriving you, thriving business, always. It starts with you. And it does start with the relationship you have with yourself. And it does show up. It's showing up. People can sense it and know the type of relationship you have with yourself. And then guess what? They're not going to treat you. Most people are not going to treat you better than you treat yourself. They're not. Because why? Like, you have set the precedence of how you should be treated. And then they're just going to follow suit unless they're meant to come in and somehow you all have a certain connection that you are allowing of them to broaden you and to develop you. Otherwise, people are operating from exactly how you're showing up yourself. So this is an amazing thing. What I want to say to you that really hit was, I love that you said that a trigger is the thing that wants to be healed in you.
I got that from my best friend. She was like, triggers are signals for us. And she's a therapist.
Yes. And so I love that description of a trigger. And so I think I love it so much. I think I'm going to add that to my Thrive plan, because I feel like that's a nicer way of saying, because I used to say it's overwhelming or disturbing sensation that you have physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and then what's happening, and so you map it out. But this right here is a great way of saying it. Just like I like to describe grief as love that has nowhere to go. I think describing a trigger as something that wants to be healed in you, it really, that was great. I love that so much.
Thank you.
And then I'm happy that you mentioned relationship with yourself. It is so important. And we don't sit to do that because we are not particularly conditioned to sit and do that. We're conditioned to serve others, not to
especially as women,
and to be friends to ourselves. Like, how do you think you're gonna be a friend to somebody? I had a session yesterday with a client, and she wanted to tell me how she wanted to be based on what everybody else wanted her to be. I said, okay. I tried to tell her to accept herself and to move from there, and people who are for you will interact with you. But she wasn't trying to hear me, okay? So I said, well, it looks like to me you're giving excuses for your problems. You're giving excuses for the issues that you have. I'm telling you, either you're going to stand up and say, this is who I am, and people have to accept me, or and that means you have to accept yourself. She does not accept herself. So then I said, or you need to go survey everybody you're trying to please and figure out who is this person, this character you about to create. in order to be there for them. And then make sure you keep on asking them, because their thoughts are going to change.
And then you're going to have to continue to change to please them.
She's going to have to keep on playing a different character and never being true to herself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was my first session with her, and I gave it to her straight. Now, I don't know if she's going to come back, but I don't care.
Well, but maybe nobody has ever told her that either, you know?
And even at the end of the session, she's like, "Oh, I do want to change." Okay. And I got to a point where I was just like, "Okay, well, good luck." We can't do nothing with that. If somebody wants to be unfriendly with themselves and get mad when people are not friendly with them, then that's probably, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Whenever we're children and we're taught to perform, then that's, and not necessarily people, I don't think parents are meaning to teach children to perform, but that's what you're doing whenever and so people are like, well, no, I want to do what they want me. You really don't. You need to be authentic because that's who God created you to be. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, that is just so real. Like, that's what is happening. And you make decisions based on what you believe to be true, instead of you going inside and really, really knowing, am I a friend to myself? Do I love myself?
Ooh.
Do I like myself?
That.
Do I trust myself?
Oh, that part.
Okay, so I just got to bring in, I have a book called Honey, You Need Counseling Skills.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Most of us need counseling skills. And a part of that is, I'm asking you in the exercises in this book, do you know, like, and trust yourself? Are you a friend to yourself? And then how are you going to show that and then have a code of conduct within yourself on how things are to happen for you? So when anything outside of that shows up, you be like, nope, that doesn't fit.
That's so good, Erica. And I can't wait to get my book because I just ordered my book. And so we have pre-orders are available now, right?
No. Pre-orders are not available now.
What did I just order? I ordered a book. You have a new book that just came out. I thought it was the second edition, child. Maybe I ordered something else, but I need to get that one too.
You have the second edition.
Okay, I need to get that.
Wait a minute, did you get the second edition or did you get the one on Amazon? Where did you order it from?
I like a pre-order. You sent me a link.
Okay. It was from my website, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. That is the pre-sale. That's the pre-sale one.
Okay, we need this pre-sale link, honey. How can we get this pre-sale? Because, baby, we all need counseling skills. Listen, people, we do. Okay, so give us the link. Because I was going to say something else. I don't want to take us off track.
See, that's what's so great about relationships too. We get to thank you for bringing this up, because then I can put the link in here, because I'm not gonna just randomly put the link in just because. No, this is about leveraging leads. But I'm gonna tell y'all this book. But then you gonna tell them about your book? Did you tell them about your book?
Oh, I did. Thank you. So I also, as I mentioned earlier, authored When Hope Speaks: My Journey to Motherhood, which is a memoir about my journey to motherhood, which, as I said earlier, is about my journey to motherhood. I said it 20 times, but y'all can get it on Amazon. And I'm about to put the link here in the chat as Erica is putting her link as well. Because like we said, a trigger is, an indication that something wants to be healed in you. And let's make 2026 a year where we're not just pushing past triggers. How about that? How about we figure out?
Let me tell you something about triggers also. So it is something that wants to be healed in you. It's because we have a higher self inside of us and a wiser elder self that knows the truth about everything. Okay, we're supposed to consult that part and be friends with that part as well. That part will give you counsel. That part will help you through whatever you got going on. Okay, so that part is looking at you as a situation. You're feeling some type of way, but it knows that's not true. So that's the conflict that you're feeling inside of you.
That's what I was going to talk about, child. Not like that.
Yeah, that's the conflict Because when you say, "Oh, I don't like her," well, the conflict inside of you is you don't have no business not worried about what you like or not like about somebody. Mind your business, and you need to do what's best for you. Like, or there's things that show up, like, for example, if you've had something happen to you that caused you to feel triggered, then that is a part where you need to be going inside and consulting your elder, wiser self so that you can find how to soothe yourself instead of sitting in the despair. It's available to you. But we do not think to go and spend time within ourselves to find the answers. When Hope Speaks.
By Tara Payne, because I just went on Amazon and apparently there's another person who authored a book, actually a couple, called When Hope Speaks, and it's not me. So make sure you look for When Hope Speaks by Tara Payne. And it's a cover with, it's crazy how much their thing looks like mine. But the fonts and everything. Yep, there's yellow flowers on the front. And so yeah, let's heal this year, y'all. Let's do the work to heal so that we can show up as our best selves. Because the people you're waiting, your target market, the marketplace is waiting. And they need a healed you, right? They need you, and not a perfect you, but a person who is, looking to be sure that they're addressing anything that could, be awry in themselves. And then you attract your support system to you, we all out here just trying to heal. Okay.
Yeah. You once you are truly a friend to yourself for real, you will attract the people who can handle you. Like for me, I had so many people run from me. But when I met Keisha, she did not run from me at all. She stood in full sun with me and had no problem being right there next to me and has not left. Okay. So that's what I mean. But everybody else can't handle the sun. They run. Okay. From me. So it's been so nice to have circumstances. The same with everybody else in my social support system. They know how I am. They know I'm a blazing sun, baby. And they understand how to have their own boundaries and things about themselves so that they are able to hang out with me, and we have boundaries and systems around when's the good appropriate times for us to interact based on who they are. And that is how it's supposed to work. It's not supposed to be that we all comply to each other based on what our whims are. It should be you stand firm in yourself, and then people who are for you will say, "Oh, okay, I can do this. I can be with you in this way. We can do these things." And that's what you are able to accomplish. It's not about being something for other people.
That's it. That's good.
About you being everything for yourself.
Listen, I know this is good because we done ran over. So I hope I hope that you all got something. I know you did. I know I got something. Look, and I'm the one who did the Leveraging Leads lesson. So thank you for your thoughts afterwards, because that was a really good conversation. Go back and listen to this on the replay. I do see that there is a link for When Hope Speaks. Erica, I don't see the pre-sale link for yours. Did I miss it? Yes, I see it. Okay, I got it. It's in there. Okay. Well, all right, y'all. Y'all have enough to get you through this day and create a thriving rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.